I'm 73 years old, and today I want to share something with you that might just change your entire life. It took me 52 years to understand this. 52 years. Think about that. If I had understood this when I was 21, my life would have been completely different. And realize that you wish you had understood this earlier. So please, listen carefully for the next few minutes. This isn't just advice from an old man. This is a lesson from 73 years of living. So what is it that took me so many years to understand? Here it is. The biggest mistake in life is thinking that you still have time. Yes, it sounds simple, doesn't it? But understanding this simple truth takes people their entire lifetime. When I was 21, I thought I still have time to enjoy life, I'll get serious later. When I was 30, I thought let me focus on my career now, I'll spend time with family later. When I was 40, I thought let me make a little more money, then I'll travel. When I was 50, I thought just a few more years, then I'll retire and live for myself. And then one day, I was 73. And I realized that later never came. That perfect time never arrived. I kept waiting for a moment that never happened. My wife's name was Elizabeth. We were married for 45 years. When I was in my 30s, she used to say to me, "Let's go to Paris, remember that was supposed to be our honeymoon." I would say we don't have the money right now, let's wait a little. In my 40s, she would say again, "We can afford it now, let's go." I would say the business is at a critical stage right now, we'll go later. In my 50s, she would ask when will we go to Paris. I would say let me retire first, then we'll tour all of Europe, not just Paris. And then at 62, Elizabeth left this world. Cancer. In just 4 months. We never went to Paris. That honeymoon never happened. That dream was never fulfilled. Today I have that money. Today I have that time. But Elizabeth is not here. And this realization, this pain, is greater than anything else. Everything I earned, all the success I sacrificed everything for, it all seems worthless today when I live alone in a big house. Let me tell you the real truth. The biggest illusion about time is that we think we can control it. We think we can pause it, save it for later, and use it whenever we want. But time doesn't work that way. Time is like water flowing through your fingers. The tighter you try to hold it, the faster it slips away. Every moment that passes never comes back. Every opportunity you postpone might never return. Every person you think you'll spend time with later might not be here tomorrow. When I was young, I thought success meant having a big house, an expensive car, and money in the bank. So I worked 16 hours a day. I missed my children's birthdays. I missed school plays and sports days. I missed family dinners and weekend trips. I told myself I'm doing this for them, for their future. But you know what? Today my children are grown up. They have their own lives, their own families. And when we sit together, which is rare, there's a distance between us. Not a physical distance, but an emotional one. Because I wasn't there when they needed me. I wasn't there for the little moments that actually mattered. I have money to give them now, but I don't have memories to share with them. And that's something money can never buy. I see young people today and I see myself in them. Always rushing, always stressed, always planning for tomorrow. They say I'll be happy when I get that job. I'll relax when I get that promotion. I'll travel when I have more money. I'll spend time with loved ones when I'm less busy. But let me tell you something. That day never comes. Because once you get that job, you want a better one. Once you get that promotion, you want the next one. Once you have more money, you want even more. It's a never-ending cycle. And before you know it, you're 73, looking back at a life full of achievements but empty of actual living. The saddest part is not what I did, but what I didn't do. I didn't tell Elizabeth enough times that I loved her. I didn't take that vacation with my children when they begged me to come along. I didn't learn to play the guitar like I always wanted to. I didn't write that book I had in my mind. I didn't call my old friends often enough. I didn't sit quietly and watch the sunset. I didn't laugh enough. I didn't live enough. I existed. I survived. I succeeded. But did I truly live? I'm not so sure anymore. Here's what nobody tells you about getting old. Your body starts giving up. Things that were easy become difficult. Walking becomes tiring. Traveling becomes exhausting. Even simple pleasures become complicated. That trip you postponed, your knees won't allow it now. That adventure sport you wanted to try, your heart can't handle it anymore. Those late-night conversations, you fall asleep by 9. The tragedy is that by the time you have the money and the time, you don't have the health or the energy. And the people you wanted to share it all with are no longer around. So what am I trying to tell you? Don't wait. Don't postpone your happiness. Don't delay your dreams. Don't put off telling people you love them. Don't save the good china for special occasions. Don't keep that expensive perfume for important events. Don't wait for retirement to start living. Because I'm telling you from experience, tomorrow is not guaranteed. That perfect moment you're waiting for might never come. And even if it does, you might not be in a position to enjoy it. If there's someone you love, tell them today. If there's a place you want to visit, book that ticket now. If there's a skill you want to learn, start today. If there's a dream in your heart, chase it now. Not next month, not next year, now. Because life is not a rehearsal. You don't get a second chance. This is it. This is your one shot. And every day that passes is a day you'll never get back. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but I have responsibilities. I have bills to pay. I have a career to build. I understand. I thought the same things. But here's what I learned. You can have responsibilities and still live. You can pay bills and still make memories. You can build a career and still be present for the people who matter. It's about balance. It's about priorities. It's about understanding what truly matters. And trust me, at 73, I can tell you that what matters is not how much you earned or how successful you became. What matters is how much you loved, how much you laughed, how much you lived. My biggest regret is not that I worked hard. It's that I worked hard at the expense of everything else. I sacrificed relationships for success. I traded moments for money. I chose the future over the present. And now that I'm in that future I worked so hard for, I realize it's empty without the people and experiences I left behind. So please, learn from my mistakes. Don't waste your years like I did. Don't wake up at 73 wishing you had lived differently. The time to live is now. The moment to love is now. The opportunity to be happy is now. Don't let it slip away. You know what breaks my heart the most? It's not just the big things I missed. It's the small moments. The Tuesday morning breakfast with my wife where we could have just talked about nothing. The Sunday afternoon when my son wanted to play catch in the backyard but I was too busy with work emails. The time my daughter asked me to help her with homework and I said I'm tired. These moments seem insignificant when they're happening. But they're not. They're everything. Because life is not made of grand gestures and big events. Life is made of these small, ordinary, beautiful moments. And I missed so many of them. I remember one day, my son must have been around 8 years old. He came to me with a drawing he made at school. It was a family portrait. There was his mother, his sister, and himself. And there was an empty space where I should have been. When I asked him why I wasn't in the picture, he said because you're never home, Dad. Those words hit me hard, but not hard enough apparently. Because I still didn't change. I still kept working. I still kept prioritizing everything else over my family. I told myself I'm building a future for them. But the truth is, they didn't need a bigger future. They needed me in their present. And it's not just about family. It's about friendships too. I had this best friend, Michael. We grew up together, went to college together, started our careers together. But as life got busy, we drifted apart. We kept saying we should meet up, grab a beer, catch up properly. But we never did. There was always something more urgent, something more important. And then 5 years ago, I got a call. Michael had a heart attack. He was gone, just like that, and I never got to have that beer with him. I never got to tell him how much his friendship meant to me. I never got to say goodbye. This is what I mean when I say don't wait. Because death doesn't send you a reminder. It doesn't wait for you to be ready. It doesn't care about your plans or your postponed dreams. It just comes. And when it does, all that remains are regrets. Regrets about things you didn't say, places you didn't go, moments you didn't live. And let me tell you, living with regret is the heaviest burden you can carry. It's a weight that never gets lighter. It's a pain that never fully heals. Now I spend my days in this big house surrounded by things. expensive furniture, fancy paintings, awards and certificates on the walls. But you know what? None of these things talk to me. None of these things hug me back. None of these things fill the emptiness I feel. I would trade everything I own for one more day with Elizabeth. One more Sunday morning with my children when they were young. One more evening with Michael talking about nothing and everything. But I can't. That's not how life works. You can't go back. You can only move forward with the weight of what you missed. People often ask me what's the secret to a good life. And after 73 years, here's what I know. There is no secret. It's actually quite simple. Be present. Be kind. Be grateful. Love deeply. Laugh often. Forgive quickly. Don't hold grudges. Don't wait for perfect moments. Don't sacrifice today for tomorrow. Because tomorrow might never come. And even if it does, it won't be as precious as today. Today is where life happens. Today is where love exists. Today is all you truly have. I also learned that success is not what society tells you it is. Success is not a corner office or a six-figure salary or a luxury car. Success is having people who genuinely love you. Success is having memories that make you smile. Success is lying on your deathbed with no regrets. Success is knowing that you lived fully, loved deeply, and left behind more than just money and possessions. It's leaving behind love, kindness, and beautiful memories in the hearts of people whose lives you touched. Another thing I wish I had understood earlier is that happiness is not a destination. It's not something that will happen when you achieve certain goals. Happiness is a choice you make every single day. It's in the morning coffee you savor instead of gulping down. It's in the walk you take instead of always driving. It's in the conversation you have instead of scrolling through your phone. It's in the sunset you watch instead of working late again. Happiness is all around you, but you have to slow down enough to notice it. And I spent most of my life moving too fast to see it. I want you to understand something important. I'm not saying don't work hard. I'm not saying don't have ambitions. I'm not saying don't plan for the future. Work hard, chase your dreams, build your career, but don't do it at the cost of your present. Don't sacrifice your relationships on the altar of success. Don't trade your health for wealth. Don't postpone your life thinking you'll live it later. Because later is not promised. Later is not guaranteed. Later might never come. If I could go back and do it all over again, I would still work hard, but I would also play hard. I would still build a career, but I would also build memories. I would still save money, but I would also spend it on experiences. I would still have goals, but I would also celebrate the journey. I would still plan for tomorrow, but I would also live today. That's the balance I wish I had found. That's the wisdom I wish I had possessed when I was young. You see, at the end of your life, and I'm getting close to that end, nobody wishes they had worked more. Nobody wishes they had spent more time at the office. Nobody wishes they had bought a bigger house or a fancier car. What people wish for is more time. More time with their loved ones. More moments of joy. More experiences. More living. And the cruel irony is that we spend our entire lives chasing things that don't matter, and ignoring things that do, until it's too late to change course. So here's my final message to you. Stop waiting. Start living. Tell people you love them while they're still here to hear it. Go on that trip you've been planning forever. Learn that new skill you've been curious about. Spend time with your parents because they won't be around forever. Play with your children because they'll grow up faster than you think. Call that old friend. Forgive that grudge. Take that risk. Chase that dream. Live that life you've been postponing. Because I'm 73 years old, and it took me 52 years to understand this simple truth. Time doesn't wait for anyone. And once it's gone forever. Please don't waste yours like I wasted mine. Don't learn this lesson when it's too late to do anything about it. Learn it now. Live it now. Because now is all you have. Now is all any of us have. And that's the most important thing I learned in my 73 years on this earth.